What up, Justin? What up, Addy? Why the sad face, Justin? I'm confused. Today's been a long day. I'll put inventing. Gotcha. No worries, no worries. Is it relating to the storm that's going on right now? Is that the reason? Because I mean, the storm's been pretty brutal, not gonna lie. Like, oh god, there's a huge, for those who don't know, in Arizona, there's a huge fucking storm. So, drinking some soda to wake up? Sounds good, Cassie. So I need to get the ticket out of the way first before we go into whatever I'm planning on doing today. Their total 100 lines in CPU battles, I don't really care about those. Just see Tetris 99. I don't know, I'm in the mood to play Tetris 99 today. I think the tiredness is catching up to me, sleepiness. Thinking kit, as it were. The Tetris DLC, nice, Sean, nice. Also hope you've been doing well. Also no face cam because it's Tetris and I'm literally just hunched over in a chair. So, gosh. Let's see what's going on. No, you. Right, we're gonna do some randoms. That's the idea right now. Is we're gonna try to get some missions out of the way. Always good to get a lot of missions done in this. So, also a good old round warm-up round. Hopefully this goes good. I don't know, sometimes the warm-up round that we usually do, sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. We'll see what happens. Usually I should be doing, whatever it's called. I should be doing something smarter, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta go with the flow of things. Just keep doing back-to-back Tetrises, you know? Sometimes that's the true spirit that you just gotta do. Doing it the opposite way now. What up, Sid? How's it going? Are people putting too much pressure? Yeah. I can understand that. Not having, like, the pressure sometimes can be pretty paramount. I will agree. Well, this is not going to turn out well. Oh. Excuse me, sneezy. I've been sneezing a little bit today. I had to like watch the dogs today, and it was just not a fun time because the dogs kept barking because it's pouring outside. Thank you. Thank you, Cassie. Also, I'm pretty much just doing random because it's needed for the mission. So we'll see how that goes. Get some back-to-back Tetrises here. And, you know, hopefully this, you know, goes well, but sometimes you can't get what you want, so... This might be interesting. Gosh, there's like so much focus that goes into playing this game, you know? And sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm on top of the world, I'm doing great, and then other times it's like, no, by the way, you lost everything. To the point right now, we are playing pretty bad. But there's a way out. There's always a way out. Hello, NK now above, but thank you. You know, we're still here. We're still doing the, what do we say, the grind? Is that the correct terminology? I think is what it is. But still play fast. I'm glad that hasn't changed. I was actually worried that when I started streaming this today, I was gonna start playing super slow and bad. And oh god. Damn! Alright, that's fine. It's just satisfying watching me go fast. Well, thank you. How am I this good? Sometimes I play bad though. I was just playing cocky. The problem is I want to play as attack. You know, I kind of want to play as attack, because if I play as attack, then I could rack up some KOs and do pretty well. That might be what I end up doing. I don't know, I want to get like all of the little mini achievements that are in this game, but that's like, sometimes that's a really good idea and sometimes it's not. But this is something that you could just definitely play just in the background, I guess. I don't know. Brain is... Sorry, brain is... Okay, hold on. No. I think it's time for the crazy kit method. Crazy kit method. Works like a charm nearly every time. Gosh, my nose is like also itching up too with a battle royale meme. I guess it's still, I mean, it kind of is still, isn't it? It still kind of is, even though I don't think it's deserved. Meanwhile, here you have me just playing as fast as I possibly can. Oh no, I've been watching a lot of Tetris videos today. Like, that's literally been my day today, has just been Tetris videos, and I don't know why. So, the way I'm playing deserves more views. I appreciate it. Today's just been a crazy day. Can I just be real? For those who were there for pretty much all of it, definitely has been crazy. So, here's what we're gonna do. We're doing the fake out play. Check out the fake out play. It's going good, and people be losing. The Ninjala beta tomorrow. It's gonna be a fun time. I'm gonna be streaming all the entire time a bit, so if you guys are looking for watching the Ninjala beta, I'm gonna be streaming it also. Gosh. I'm just surprised I could do this while talking, you know? Some people have troubles like playing this game while talking, and then you have me who's just like just chilling, you know? Yeah, this will be fun. Come on. Perfect. We're playing a little bit risky, but that's okay. We should be fine. Finish homework before it starts. You got this. I can't believe people still have school, though. That's what's shocking to me. Can't believe people still have school. What up, Baba? How's it going? I'm kind of messing up a little bit, but you know, we can make a comeback. Do something like this. That's okay. I was like, wait, what am I doing? In the school year? And the school year's in June? Really? I remember when I was in school. My end of the school year was in May, usually. Which is interesting. I guess it works. I'm surprised we haven't been getting too many KOs. It's going good? That's good to hear. We should be okay. Ish. This might be bad. Possibly. Really? Damn. Ah, that sucks. What was Sparky? Man, we were doing well, and then I double placed a piece. Double placing a piece just doesn't work too well. So close indeed, so close. But now when I double placed a piece, I got screwed. So, but hey, sometimes you know, not every game can be a winner. Usually, like when I play Tetris 99, I get really close to first a lot of times, but I have fun. What up, Sola? How's it going? Listen, all it takes is practice. Also, keep in mind that the reason why I do that in the beginning means that more people can target me. And then a lot of bad stuff happens to those people who target me. I've been watching like the pro poker, what am I saying? The pro players of this game. Like the pro players of this game are freaking ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. They're crazy good. Like the main thing when you're playing professional, I guess, Tetris is like you have to place pieces and you have to constantly get Tetrises. You really can't like afford to have anything else happen. So yeah, You get Tetris 99, you should. It's free, you know. And here's the thing, you can only get better with Tetris, you know? Don't ever think that you're down and out because you're, you know, not as fast as I am or whatever excuses other people use. Just take things in stride, you know? Something like this, just kind of clear the lines. So, anyone want to talk about what just happened right there? Because I can't even tell you what happened right there. I should be dead. I should have been dead. I should have been dead twice over. How in the hell did I just survive that? There's no way I should have survived that. I need to get out of here. Damn it! Damn it! What up, Chonstory25? Thank you for subscribing and joining the Kit Party. Welcome, welcome. Gosh, how the heck did that just happen? I was literally at the top the entire time. I was literally on the top. I'm so surprised that just happened. I am literally flabbergasted that that just happened. I was playing so greedy too. I was playing so ridiculously greedy. Here's the thing, I usually take like, you know, 2-3 week breaks between Tetris. So like there's so many different ways to play this game. There's so many different things you can do. Somebody's probably having a bad time. World Championship, I would be in it. I don't think so. Like, once again, if you've seen like the world, like the classic Tetris stuff, like there's people who do far better than I would ever would. On top of that, there are people like. It depends on what kind of Tetris we're talking about here. Like, if we're talking about, like, actual, like, classic Tetris, no. Like, those, there's no holding in that, and even though I don't need to rely on holding, you know, it's a lot of quick thinking. Like, classic Tetris is hard to play. People try to say that it's, like, you know, pretty simple, but, you know, not having a hold button, you never really realize how much you rely on that hold button when you're playing this game. And while yes, I do play speed Tetris, like, I'm still, like, not as precise as, say, not as skilled as somebody, say, like, Simple Flips, or, gosh, who's that head, competitive Tetris? Hey, Nautilus, how's it going? I don't remember the guy's name who's like super good. I mean, I definitely think I'm one of the people who are good with speed Tetris. I definitely think I'm like one of the people up there with speed Tetris, but I'm definitely not like anything super good. Because once again, my placing down piece, such like I kind of rashly place down pieces. I don't really give them too much of a second thought. And you know, sometimes it works out well. Sometimes, but I don't win I don't really win a lot of Tetris 99 ones. Once again, my main thing when it comes to Tetris is I play fast. If you want to see fast Tetris being played, then like I'm probably the channel for you. But if you're looking for like people to win constantly, that's somebody else probably entirely there. Like I can survive for long periods of time in this game. That's not the issue. Like, yeah, speed is like something I'm good at. Everything else, you know, can be a bit difficult, but we can kind of always bounce back from it. Busted. Take it easy. The more I play Tetris, the more I'm like, I'm impressed like how I play Tetris, but definitely like, you know, there's a lot more than just simply dropping the pieces and hoping for the best. Now, I'm not saying I'm like bad at the game. Like, this is one of the games I actually feel pretty confident in saying that I'm pretty good at it. I think this is just a game that, you know, I think definitely anyone can get better at. That's a rare sound. Hey, Hunk Dude. How's it going, Hunk? Thanks for renewing your membership. Hope you're doing well, man. You missed some insane Dead by Daylight yesterday, dude. I was like, that's not a sound I usually hear. I hope you're doing well, dude. I have now currently in my head, I have that beginning of the theme now stuck in my head. It's so rare when I hear it, but when I do, I'm like, oh, it's so good. Yikes. Something like this. Hunk is giving me the power to win. I just had to play a little bit of tap dance right there. Nice. GG. GG. So enough trying to have to experience on DVD. No worries. No worries. Gosh, I wish I could see how many KOs that person had. They had a good stack. They had a good stack. We hunky door power. But thank you for renewing your membership though. Take it easy. Or, thank you. Sorry. My brain. I'm finished watching Tortoro for the 1 minute time. Nice, Solo. Nice. Hey, second place ain't bad. Second place ain't bad. So Hunk, I'm probably gonna be streaming DVD tonight too if you want to join for it. Have I seen My Neighbor Totoro? No, I have not. Need to get a setup somewhere, and I think here. I've heard good things, though. Brain wanted to think about that for a moment before it decided to commit to probably what would have been a not smart move. Yeah, there's a lot of movies that I've not seen. I'm not really a big moviegoer. I'm being real. Like, it's like, oh, have you seen this movie? No. Have you seen this movie? No. Have you seen this movie? No. Okay, you've got to see this movie. What? No? I'm playing way too far the wrong side. Yanni Shubo. What up, Cassie? Yeah, Hunk, if you want to join for it later. Like, I feel like I have to stream so much, oh my gosh, so much of whatever it's called, Dead by Daylight lately. Just because there's so many difficult, things to do. Then again, I have to do all the killer stuff. I don't know, we'll figure out what I'm streaming tonight later. I just wanted to get your no worries. I mean, I'm gonna be probably focusing on killer tonight for a bit. So you do you at the end of the day, man. I'm done, baby. Sounds good. I could probably start off doing killer, and then when you're ready, we can have you join in. You love Tetris? What up, King Cheese? So I'm also like half asleep too. Today's just been like no lie, today's been stressful. You know, dealing with the bot, which for those who actually saw the views after the fact, the bot situation got fixed and all those views have been removed, which is perfect. Couldn't have asked for a better solution there. I just still feel bad for Optimus, I believe the person's name is. Like, I don't know. I'm at the point where it's like, I don't know why out of everybody, is it just because I'm just like an angry person and like have the best responses? What happened to Wizboo? What do you mean? Was Boo still working? Oh, not. Oh, sorry. The bots. Like it was people trying to take down the channel and that sort of stuff. It just was not a fun situation, you know. I gotta keep my head up high, that's for sure. But, you know, some of the stuff has just been crazy cool. I mean, on the plus side today, we got a lot of stuff done with Terraria. We got a whole lot of stuff done. I don't know why that didn't proc, but it did. This might not be good. Figure out, I was like, well, what should I do? That's probably what I should do. But yeah, today's been a crazy day. Plus with the storm, like there's a storm going on outside right now and it's pretty bad. So, assuming I can actually be smart about things. There we go. Like, I hope I can play this correctly, because otherwise, this may not end well for anybody involved. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that works. Bad storm for you a few days ago? Dang. Yeah, there's a pretty bad dust storm going on outside. Also, I gotta double check to see if Justin's doing okay. He was saying like something bad was going on. Sounds like a hurricane. I just want to make sure you're okay. I just want to make sure you're okay. Oh, I just saw what happened. Dude, I don't have any words. I'm really sorry to hear about it, Justin. Yeah, everyone, please give hearts and hugs to Justin. Please. Hearts and hugs to Justin. Today's just been a day, you know? Today's just been a day. It's just not been a good day for anybody. Let's be real. Just everyone's got a lot to deal with, you know. Like, that's the tough thing too, is like this week has just been hell on earth, you know. What up, Fiona? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. For those who are also like not caught up to speed as to what happened today, I can explain it here. So what happened channel-wise today happened during Terraria, where at one point we ended up hitting, it was a ridiculous amount of views, but you know, I'm savvy to this sort of stuff, and I kind of came to the conclusion something bad was happening, like something really, really bad. And I was right. Somebody was trying to view bot the channel, which can ultimately get us taken down. Get the entire channel taken down for that sort of stuff. I am not moving the pieces far enough. It could be bad. Definitely was bad. And this bot was trying to spam our channel on other people's streams. My channel, rather. It sucked. I was able to deal with it, but it was definitely it definitely was shitty, for lack of a better term, you know? It was definitely shitty, because I had no control over it, and here's somebody's stream just being overrun with bots, telling them to sub to my channel, and just being overall dicks about the entire thing. Not the viewers of the other stream, the bots themselves. Welcome back, Bobby. So yeah, that was a thing that happened. It sucked dealing with. We got through it good, and all the views got removed, or majority of like the bot views got removed. But at the end of the day, you know, it still sucks to have happened. Nice. All weapons is always fun, I hear. Yeah. And here's the thing, the viewbotters know that it takes down channels, so I have every belief that this person tried to use it to get the channel taken down. Like I said, it sucks. There's not much I can really do about it, but you know, we're still here. We're still alive and kicking after all. After all that happened. But to the point, like, you know, if it gets to the point where somebody does that to the channel to a huge extent, you know, and the channel goes down and people are like, hey, what happened to Kit's channel? I can almost guarantee it's not going to be my fault. But, yeah, we're still here. Just get helped out. There's not really much that anyone could have done to help out, per se. Pretty much it was just damage control. Because you'd have some of their viewers come in getting pissed off, asking why I was doing such a thing. And I had to explain that I had no control over anything that was happening. Damn it! Fuck. Just trying to still get the top 10. Hold on. Well, we have to play it 9 more times. Achieve Tetris Maximus in 3 consecutive Tetris 99 battles. Oh, it's Tetris Maximus, not even top 10. Well, that's gonna be a fun one to try to do. I kind of want to go for that one, though, if I'm being honest. Just taking things day by day, hoping for a better one tomorrow. I mean, same. Definitely a very much same sort of situation. That's all you really can do at the end of the day, is just take things day by day, hope for the best. I mean, let's be real. For those who know the channel, when we play Tetris, I kind of just talk about whatever's on my mind. You know? I'm not gonna lie, something else I want to talk about is just the thoughts weighing down my head of, you know, the whole no longer playing Splatoon stuff. Of, you know, is it really the right decision? You know, did I make a smart decision by doing that? I feel like I definitely did. But at the same time, you know, something nags at me every so often. That's just like, you know, you might have done the best thing that for me, but was it really, you know, how is that going to affect everything moving forward? Yeah, it is my choice, you know, that is true. It's my choice at the end of the day. But at the same time, you know, there's some people who definitely just watch the channel only for Splatoon. And that's fine, but now I'm thinking of, you know, what are the repercussions of the people who only watch Splatoon? Like, there's just all these little things you gotta think about when you decide to cut yourself off from a group. Sure, if you make content that you enjoy, it'll be more enjoyable for audience. Well, thank you. Also, hello, Katoni-kun. How are you doing today? And yeah, like, that's the thing, is I definitely want to make content that I find more enjoyable. The problem is, you sometimes can't reason with kids. And I hate to say it, but I know, like, depending on the type of stream, it determines, you know, the age of my demographic. And when it comes to Splatoon, let's be real. What am I allowed? Let's be real. It's a lot of kids, a lot of younger people. And that's cool. Like, I don't mind. But at the same time, you also have them that they only want to be acknowledged in a stream. They want to be, you know, noticed, and they want to be in every single. They want to be in every single whatever it's called. Every single, you know, private battle, if you're doing a private battle or something of that sort. And the fact that I no longer do turf wars or anything of that sort definitely cuts off a bunch. You know, I've actually stopped playing Animal Crossing at this point. I don't even know how I feel about making the Zeratesh video, but we'll see as time goes on. I'm trying my best. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see what the repercussions are. For those who are also curious, I suppose, I will not be part of the Cafe Coalition stream, I believe, this upcoming month. I don't believe I'm going to be a part of it. Probably lose some viewers. That's not the biggest cake to play. That's true. That's very true. Which is why I've been looking for other people to, like, recommend games that I may enjoy to play. And yeah, I know that's inevitable, but it's just like I've also kind of alienated myself from more likely a friend group, I guess is the best way to put it. But yeah, real quick, I believe I know what the game is for. Well, it's nothing bad, first off, for those who are wondering what's going on with Cafe Coalition. It's nothing bad at all. I believe I know what the game is that's going to be played for Cafe Coalition, and I don't want to play it. That's really the long and short of it, is I saw what the game was. I'm like, cool. I'm just like, not my thing now. Fun fact, not Splatoon. I should mention, it's not Splatoon. If you're thinking it's like, oh, well, Kit just said he doesn't like Splatoon and he's not playing Splatoon. No, it's not Splatoon. I can guarantee. Well, I can't really guarantee because usually they sometimes switch it on a moment's notice. But the game that they're playing, I have no interest in. I don't find it fun. So I decided to not be a part of it this upcoming time. Once again, you know, anyone can play whatever game they want. What the hell am I doing? Anyone can play whatever game they want. I mean, that's obviously up to them at the end of the day. But of course, it's also my choice of just, if I don't want to play a specific game, then I'm not going to play it. Well, keep in mind, here's the thing, if it was Minecraft, I would play it, I just wouldn't say anything the entire time, Justin. That's how that usually goes for me. I'm still surprised to this day that I'm actually talking while playing Terraria of all games. Usually I don't say a word. Uh-oh. Fuck me, I'm dead. You watch Tetris World Championship? Seeing how amazingly these people play scares me. That's actually why I'm streaming this today, is because I was watching a little bit of it. Minecraft. How am I? I'm alright, I suppose. People expect people that stream Spoon is family friendly and other similar stuff. That's true, Cassie. I think it's just like, at this point, I want to start getting myself out there as being the different one compared to adhering to what everyone else does, you know? You know, everyone who plays Splatoon, nearly everyone who plays Splatoon does private battles. They, you know, have to play with people, and even if they don't play, like sometimes they just resort to spectating so that way people can quote-unquote try to play the streamer. Same playstyle. Placing blocks. I mean, I just place blocks fast. Stream in the future? No, so here's the thing when it comes to streaming. Like, don't ever think that, like, like, there's only one way to stream. There's definitely a bunch of different ways to stream. Everyone just has their own version of how they, like, want to stream, you know? My thing is, out of everything I do, you know, I prefer playing the multiplayer games compared to single player. That's how it is for me. I find the single player games a lot more fun. If I didn't want to join, just take and feel left out. So, I mean, I can explain that. You're talking about Splatoon, right? Right, Fiona? So the best way to stream a game depends on the game too. Yeah, exactly. That is very true as well. Just for clarity, Fiona, you're talking about when people join for Turf Wars, is that correct? Yes. Okay, so just to kind of fix what you're saying, though, I do apologies for it. Keep in mind, I never did intend for anybody to join me. When I started streaming Splatoon, I never intended for anybody to join me in Splatoon. It was a shock to me that people added me on, like, friends lists, and then decided to just join in on Turf Wars. I just went with it because I didn't really care at the time, but it definitely, like, didn't help in the long run, you know? And then, you know, in the future, I ended up learning about, you know, setting myself to offline, hiding myself. But by then, the damage was already done, so. Hey, what up, Deck Cameo? How's it going? Let's invite people to join. Like, when people start... Because I'm taking that as when people started, like, joining me off of, like, Turf Wars and such. Like... Yeah, like when people were able to join, you know. But I mean, I never wanted that Turf Wars series to be, I guess for the best way to put it, I never wanted that Turf Wars series to essentially boil down to, that's the best way I could even describe this, sorry. I never wanted it to boil down to, hey, come join with me as we play through this game, or when we play through Turf Wars. I never wanted it to be like that, and I hated that that's what it ended up becoming. which is why I resented having people join so much. Now, compared to, say, lately, like Dead by Daylight is definitely a game that's better played with friends compared to without friends. At least that's my opinion on the matter. But yeah, maybe actual chaos. I don't think it's gonna be actual chaos. Because here's the thing, I don't think you're able to join off of anybody if you're doing it. So I don't think it's gonna be that bad, if I'm being honest. I think the worst thing that's gonna be the case for Ninjala tomorrow is that people are going to try to like stream snipe. Do I care? Not really. What I do more so care about is the people who, you know, aren't really caring too much about that it's a beta. Once again, I have my issues there. Dirty? There are lyrics to Tetris. Dirty Tetris lyrics. Sorry, that caught my attention. Dang, could have gotten an all clear and got 2 people out. Unfortunate. Alright, we're getting to the point where I can't really read chat, so give me a second, chat. So I think I just read, do I ever get tired of hearing the Tetris theme? Not really. Main reason being... What? Stop. Fuck. Anyway. Which I level up. No worries. Oh. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. The same tune whenever you play Tetris? Not entirely. Kitone-kun. Because what I could do, which I don't know why I didn't do this today, but I'll just do it now. Let's switch things up. We'll do the Ring Fit Adventure one. What up, Gem? How's it going? Oops. Like, this changes the theme when you're playing it. Oh my gosh, I can't stop pressing the button. Yeah, so you can, like, change the theme, which changes the tune. So that's what I prefer to do, so it eases the monotony. So, 102 eggs? 102 eggs? What do you mean? We may have to raid some at some point. This is the game I really want, but can't be gotten anywhere. Now, this theme sucks, but the music is great. I'm just gonna be quiet and let you guys listen to the theme. Sorry, this song is just super good. Surprisingly, one of my favorite themes, and slightly also the reason why I decided that I wanted to play Ring Fit Adventure. Because just, if this song right here is honestly like part of the main tune of this game, that means this game has a boppin' soundtrack, and I'm on board. Now, the only problem with this theme is that this theme is terrible. Because, like, you can't really see too much. If that makes sense. Now, if I gotta be greedy, we'll see. I mean, once it finally shows up back in stock, I'll get the game. And then I'll have a reason to clean my room, because then we can finally shuffle some stuff around. We have dark mode users, lol. It just, like... Once again, this is a game that I actively want to play because I want to get healthier. So, I also have a reason to work out, exactly. Well, I'll talk about that come July. Because I have a bit of a... I alluded to this in the community post, but I have a, I guess a surprise-ish announcement for when, whatever it's called, when June or July comes up. I hope it comes off well, but we'll see. You wonder? It's not really too difficult to figure out what it is. I don't think, at least. That's foreboding. That was the first Tetris we've got. Am I moving out? Justin, I'm still in debt, so the answer to that question is a no. Hard no. And also an I wish. Alright, well, things are starting to ease up a little bit. What is this song? Here's the thing, I got this theme. I fucked up. Who made the Metopia? Also in debt? Yeah, dude, I've been in debt for the past year, Cameo. Like, I have a little bit of spending money each, like, 2 weeks to buy, not food and such, but, like, I have free spending money to do, like, to have comfort stuff, I guess you could say. So, you're in debt to Tom Nook? I mean, true. True. Yeah, I want to get healthier. I want to get cleaner, if I'm being real. Like, my room's a disaster. My room is just a disgrace. I'm dead. I'm not. Why is this music so good? I want to play Udapri. Don't ask me why, but like now I have the overwhelming urge to play Udapri. But by the way, there's a new event coming up with Bandage Butler Natsuki. Have you guys ever thought, like, at one point, you know, what life will be like when you're older? This is now philosophical, Kit. Like, what life will look like for you when you're older? Where you'll be, and such. I kind of had that, like... I had the hope idea in my brain of, like, what I want to be. And then I also had, like, what I think the realization is. Which is kind of slightly the reason why I've been streaming more and more. I've been kind of putting off sleeping and such. Because I want to have, like, a good future, you know? Maybe have a family. Well, not the best with kids, not gonna lie. But, like, you know, I wanna... Like, you know, I want to be successful enough in life to, you know, support my family and, you know, support my parents. As much, you know, crap that I get thrown by my parents on a daily basis, you know, I still want to make sure they're doing well. And I don't know, I think I hit a realization yesterday that I don't think I'll ever be able to. So I kind of like the whole face the music sort of realization, I guess, that you get. Where, you know, you kind of just fucked. I guess that's the best way to put it. I mean, everyone wants to be happy. I feel like a lot of people want to be happy when they're older, which is a good thing to be, honestly. But I think with how fucked I got, catch Blue's wife and feed the ducks. I'm not really swim that way. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think I've been reflecting very, very heavily on what happened at my old house. And realizing how big of a mistake I made moving to that house. And I don't think it's because like what my parents said or anything, but I think it's just, you know, like actual real world horror, I guess is the best way to put it. And I'm not trying to scare people into like not going to like having a roommate or something. Can't understand what you said. No, it's all good. I thought you were implying that you're the guy or something. So I was like, oh, did not know that. Or I probably did. I'm just too tired to remember. I apologize. Sorry, brain's not working too well. What I was saying though is I think the debt fucked me to a point where probably in the future I may end up homeless. I don't know, it's kind of this weird like worry that I end up having. And no, that's not a whole of, hey, please donate me all the monies. No, don't you fucking do that. But I think I've like kind of come to terms that I'm like scared of the fact that, you know, I've finally come to terms with the fact that moving out was a terrible idea. And that, you know, my finances are fucked for a long time. Yes, I'm doing my best to, like, get myself back on track and everything, and I've been, you know, trying my best to get back on track. But, you know, I keep wanting to put a lot of effort into this channel, and at the same time, I'm putting an effort to my real life. I'm also in like turn putting effort. I'm putting effort into a lot of things. Like I'm piling up so much on my plate, not because I want to, but I feel like I have to in order to actually make sure that I don't end up homeless in the future. I think that's what makes sense. Fiona, I'm talking about something different now. So confused. But yeah, I think definitely what happened with that house fucked me up for honestly a long time. And as the days go on, like, I get more and more worried that I'm not gonna live up to anything and to like any expectations. You know, I bring this up a lot, but I think it's the reason I keep bringing it up is because for some reason in my brain, it's some sort of motivation to tell me that I need to get better, which is that I'm the bottom of the barrel when it comes to YouTube. I'm the legitimate bottom of the barrel. And that, you know, that's not saying that, like, I'm like the worst person ever. It's more of like, compared to the friends that I made and compared to everything that I'm a part of, I'm the one that if I were to not be here, it wouldn't matter. Now, that's not like a thing of me saying, oh, I'm gonna just up and disappear. No, fuck that. I'm here for you guys. I'm gonna stick with you guys to the very end. I think it's more of, think it's more of a thing that, you know, I'm replaceable when it comes to the grand scheme of everything. That's what I mean. Sorry. I'm not trying to worry anybody or anything. I just think that out of, like, everywhere I'm part of, I'm pretty sure I'm the most replaceable out of everyone. And that's not me trying to say that I'm, like, useless or anything. It's just more that, you know, I'm less in front than others. Fuck, that close. Bye, Sparky. Take it easy. Once again, Tetris is where I kind of like air my mind out of things that are just going on in the brain. I was doing good too, and I just got missed. Well, not, because keep in mind, there's still like what still lingers in my brain is there's the rumored blacklist, right? The rumored blacklist that on a few high-end Splatubers that apparently know of my name that I don't supremely know, or I think one of them I do know. That interacting with me or rating me or anything of that sort is a bad idea. That, you know, that rumor that stuck around, I don't remember how long ago it was. It's been a while since, it was during a Splatoon stream. Yeah, but, you know, gotta keep in mind that, like, that hinders like a lot of things when it came to Splatoon, you know? And I'm not saying that's the reason why I don't play Splatoon anymore. It's more of the fact that who made that rumor? I swear it was during a raid. I swear it was during a raid where somebody stated during a raid on Splatoon. From what I recall, at least. And I don't know. There's a lot of footage to look back for. I can't remember where. But it was a few months ago, at least, where I remember there was a raid, and somebody said that, "Oh, you're the Katafi guy," and I was like, "Yeah, okay." Possibly. That sounds about right. Because I think somebody mentioned that I was Katafi, and then they're like, yeah. And then someone brought up the fact that same viewer, because they're not here at all. Because it's not a name I recognize, obviously. Otherwise I'd be like, alright, can you confirm, please? Can you please confirm? But the viewer stated that, it's like, you're the person that, like, you know, not a lot of Splatubers like. And I was like, okay, well that's, you know, a normal thing, you know, I'm not family friendly. And then they're just like, well, you're the reason why this, like, why they won't raid you. Like, you're the person that does that goes above and beyond with things, which means that you can't be raided. And I was like, okay, well that's interesting. But that is what it is, you know, I don't entirely care. But then, like, thinking more about it, and then seeing people get raided by, like, high-end... I almost fucked that up. I fucked it up. I fucked everything up. I'm so surprised at this. But it's not, I don't think it was either a thing that they either hate me, I think it's more of a thing that, like, I'm not family friendly, and, like, people talked about me to people. I feel a mess right now. Should probably get some rest. I don't know if that's the case. But yeah, I don't think it's a thing, if I've... what my mind is telling me is that I don't think it's a thing of these people hate me. I think it's more of this person's not family friendly and might have a bad reputation. Let's not get super, let's not like check this guy out. But then I think the word blacklist got thrown around. Whether it was during that stream or not, I don't entirely remember. But then that's why that ultimately led to the whole idea that I'm on this sort of blacklist from Splatoon content creators because I'm not family friendly and because I go too far over the top. Now when it came to like Squids for Kids, I didn't hear anything about, because I'd imagine that some of the people involved are probably people who are part of that. You know, I didn't hear that, okay, you know, we have to make sure that kit can adhere to different times or something. But but that never happened. I'm like racking my brain to try to remember. I apologize. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's a so what do they think? Well, I think it's more Fiona, I think it's more that it's people who don't want I guess maybe I'm considered controversial. Is that a fair assessment? And there are people out there who just don't want to ever be associated people with who is controversial. Yeah, Vian, that was the one that we were outright told during that stream, was that it was Vian. That Vian had me on that list. And once again, I'm pretty sure it was mainly because of how quote-unquote controversial I am. I know, I felt so bad for it lately too, because Siren heard about it and then started asking me if I knew who any of the streamers were. Vian has been here before, but this happened after the fact, Fiona. Once again, I can't get any confirmation, and I'm too scared to talk to Vian as it is. I'm scared to talk to anybody, let's be real. But I felt bad for Siren, because Siren was asking me, like, you know, who included me on the list. And I didn't, like, say anything at the time, because, you know, I didn't want to be like, hey, your favorite buddy ever, Vian, has me on this blacklist. I mean, true. Vian was chat. Yeah, it was once again, it was a core raid and Vian was in chat. Keep in mind, yeah. I feel like Siren's in the middle of this. Well, once again, he went along with a core raid, which core also doesn't raid me anymore. But that's not because of me. That's because of something else going on. That one is just there's some questions, as it were. But yeah, Siren was asking me about it, and Siren was like super confident that Vian wasn't on the list, and I didn't have the heart to tell him that Vian was mentioned to be on the list. She's on Twitch now? No, she's streaming on Twitch, but she also tries to stream on YouTube every now and again. There's been a worry with Cora, because Cora doesn't like respond to anything I message her about anymore. But I think it's because Cora is still trying, like, Cora is in a completely understandable position that, like, I have no, like, ill merit towards. I have, like, legitimately no ill merit towards what Cora is doing right now. I really don't. I feel like there probably are some other people who do. I honestly don't. For those who don't know, Cora, her channel started blasting off with a bunch of Animal Crossing stuff, and that's really, really awesome and really, really cool. But once again, once you have that big growth and everything, if you want to continue that growth, you have to essentially like definitely figure out who can you still talk to and associate with in order to keep the growth going, so you're not seen as it's siding with somebody controversial. You see this a lot in politics. You see this a lot in interviews. You usually see it a lot in like just honestly just politics in general. Now, is that to say that Cora and I are no longer friends? No, I'm pretty confident that her and I are still friends. But the main thing is that when you're getting that growth, you need to continue riding that growth for as long as you can. And I completely understand that Cora probably really wants to keep riding that growth for as long as she can. So, you know, ride it till the cows come home, as they say. I have no ill will towards her, because that's the smart thing to do, is if there's somebody like me who is definitely not family friendly, and she's absolutely 110% family friendly when it comes to Animal Crossing, you know, you have to make those sacrifices for the time being in order to continue the growth. And it's a smart thing for her to do on her part. It is honestly 110% a smart thing to do. So I once again, I hold no ill will for it. Have to go now. Bye, Jem. Take it easy. Take it easy. Yeah, because I know there's probably a few things of like, why has Cora never been to the channel in a while? You know, we've played Sea of Thieves and everything. You know, she can't really play any games other than Animal Crossing lately, otherwise it stops the growth of her channel. So she, you know, it's a, for me, it would be a really hard sacrifice to give up this, like, it's a very, you're crying? Are you okay? Why is you crying? Everything will be alright. But here's the thing when it comes to YouTube and any sort of growth in Twitch, okay? This is just kind of a cruel reality, is that when you start getting growth, sometimes depending on how you have your channel and how you market your channel, you are ultimately going to have to distance yourself from others in order to continue the growth, and once the growth stops, then you can reconvene. That's just how it works. And I will acknowledge that. I fully acknowledge that, you know? It's not that Cora's a bad person, it's not that I'm a bad person, I just hope I'm not a bad person. But it's more, Cora, you know, she's at 20k subs right now. Her channel fucking blasted off, and that's fucking amazing. Real talk, that is amazing. That her channel like blasted off to do amazing things. But if she wants to keep that growth, talking to me or probably another one would be Undead. But Undead's right now currently on like a hiatus because he's moving back to the States and trying to just readjust to life here. But like, you know, kind of associating with us can not be like the right idea if she wants to continue the growth. Now, once the growth stops, like I said, I don't believe that Cora would just like stop talking to people and such. Like, for anyone who's checked out her channel, she's rarely done Splatoon. She has rarely done Splatoon in like a long time. Welcome back, Sparky. She's honestly rarely done Splatoon in a long time. And that's not, I don't think it's because she hates the game or anything, it's just because ideally for her channel, which currently is the only way from what I understand, she's at 1K on Twitch as well, and that's really awesome. That's really awesome. But once again, based on her monetary situation and her life situation, because last I checked, she was jobless. She doesn't have a job because of a mix of COVID as well as her job is just a piece of crap. so it makes complete sense for her to do that, you know. So, you know, when the time comes, you know, she responds back and is like, hey, you know, growth's gone down and such, do you want to play Sea of Thieves? You know, I'm gonna be all about that. But once again, you just gotta remember that at this point, people have to do what's best for their channel if they get that big growth. Why are we saying ooh? Also, hello, Teddy. Nurse Raid. That would be Nintendo Nurse, right? You're not a failure, Sparky. I don't know where you're getting that you're a failure from. Because that is wholeheartedly untrue. I don't know where you got it. So, yeah. Anyway, that's the gist of all of that going on. Sushi, how's it going? Nurse Raid. So that would be Nintendo Nurse Raid is what I'm expecting. Or what I'd say. Alright, spider. Let's get you out of that wall. That was a pretty big spider, and I just decided to smack it. That's a fun. It's a fun thing that just happened. Well, if anyone else is joining in on the raid, I appreciate that you're here for the raid. I will not be able to talk for a little bit. But I appreciate you all. You guys are awesome and amazing. What up, Luciano? I just saw out of the corner of my eye. I really can't look at anything else but the screen. Good job. Nurse Raid, how's it going? I need to clean this one. Punch a spider. Yeah, I punched a spider. But welcome Raiders. How's it going? Seem right. Well, it's mainly, like, the main reason there's a spider in my house is, mainly because, we haven't had the exterminator over in a while, so it's probably slurping anyway. I don't really care. I was playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's an awesome game. It's an awesome, awesome game. I need to finish it. It's tired and to talk about what kid has on his mind, pretty much. But thank you, Nintendo Nurse, for the raid. Whenever you are there. Whenever you're here. I hate spiders with all your heart. It's all good. Okay. Gotcha. Sparky, I'm removing your message because I think that message was only meant for me and King Cheese because we're the only ones who will be able to see it. Stop. I'm removing the messages so that way only I can respond to them. Stop. You should not think that ever. Ever. Don't ever think that. You can't give up. Here's the thing. If anyone's doing like content creation or anything similar, don't give up after like a week. Okay? Success on YouTube and success in streaming or anything, content creation, doesn't happen overnight. It can take years. It can take decades for it to finally blast off. It could be that in the future, right? Let's say like 100 years in the future, somebody just randomly finds, let's say Dak Cameo starts making videos, and it's just like, you know, making randomly like 10, 20 views per video or something, and then he just stops. And then in the future, all of a sudden, like somebody comes across it and is like, yo, like all of a sudden, it's like, this is the most amazing thing, and it like blows up. Like, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a long time. 14 months. I understand what you're saying, but I've had my channel for 2 years, more than 2 years. I've worked on it every single day, ever since those first two. And, you know, there's people here. I'd like to use an example, okay? Bald. Bald and I have had our channels for a pretty similar amount of times, and he is 10 times larger than me. Do I care? I mean, I like the growth, sure, in the future, but I'm happy for him. I truly am happy for him that he has the views that he's getting with the content that he's doing. But him and I are also doing two completely different forms of content. He's focusing mainly on the popular games that people play and multiplayer, and I focus on games that I want to play, the games that I have fun with. Everyone does things differently. You have to just make sure you're patient with it and still give it your all. You don't ever give up. The moment you give up, it tells your entire community that really you might not be worth it. In my opinion, if you give up, then it tells your community you may not even be worth watching for if you're just going to give up on a win. No one should ever give up on a win. That's the thing. You should always put your full heart into it regardless of what happens. I've been making content for, once again, 2.5 years. There's thousands of people who have also been doing this for that long and have way more. What up, Nurse? Thank you for the raid. How was Final Fantasy, by the way? You just got here to Serious Times. But what I'm going to say, just to turn this off and off this topic of discussion, is, you know, there's thousands of people who have been doing this for 2 years plus and have way bigger audiences. And that's okay. You just gotta, you know, you keep at it. You don't ever give up, because the moment you give up, the moment it kind of invalidates you to your audience. And you don't ever want to be invalidated to your audience, you know? You want to stay true to them as much as you possibly can. And if you have to take a hiatus, take a hiatus. That's okay. You have to take some time to yourself, you know, something's going on, stressful? Okay, take all the time you need to yourself. The community will understand that. I know you guys understand that for me. Even though I rarely do that. Back, whatever. Okay. But yeah, also what up, Philippe? How's it going? It was awesome. Pretty fun for Final Fantasy. Nice. I should probably explain what we're doing today, by the way. Hello everybody, first off, my name's Gatafi, I'm a writer streamer here on YouTube. I play a lot of different games. We still got one more stream going on later today. But right now we're playing Tetris, and usually during my Tetris streams I kind of just talk about whatever's on my mind, talk about things that have happened, whether it be the same day today, whether it be previous days, just kind of talk about whatever's going on. So far we're just kind of talking about, you know, being a content creator, what we've been dealing with on the channel as far as today has gone, because today has kind of been a shit show of a day channel-wise, if Terraria was anything. And we also just talk about, you know, what people will have to do in order to make sure that they can stay monetarily sound, I guess is the best way to put it. It's okay to be selfish, Sparky, just you gotta... You don't ever give up. Also, no face cam because I'm literally like leaned back as far as I possibly can in my chair, just chilling while playing Tetris. So apologies if audio quality is not the greatest compared to what it's usually. Which honestly is still subpar. Hey Alexis, welcome to the stream, how's it going?
Also, we are streaming the Ninjala beta tomorrow, so that'll be a fun time. Sparky, here's what I say with you having 100 subs. There's a lot of people who would be lucky out there who have 100 subs in the world. And you might be like, that's not right. It's like, well, that's the truth. There's some people who can't even get 10. There's some people who just can't even get a single sub. Damn. GG. Done that easy every day. That's true. That's true. It's well, today's just been bad because during Terraria we had to deal with a bot harassing the channel and harassing other people's channels about my channel. Yeah. You're robbing a nurse? Do nurses even make that good of money? Why would you rob a nurse? That seems weird. Sparky, you're honestly... Don't ever fucking say you don't deserve it, because anybody who has even one sub to those who have millions of subs deserve every fucking sub that they have. Even if they might be a really shitty person, they still deserve the numbers, regardless. Also a curse, by the way. Hi, I'm Kit. But yeah, don't ever fucking say you don't deserve it, because the moment you say that you don't deserve it, it tends to tell your community that, you know, they don't feel deserved, they don't feel liked, they don't feel appreciated. Like, you gotta, at the end of the day, let them know, hey, you know, I'm so lucky to have every single one of you, because they believe, to them, they believe that you deserve their view. I can't do this. No, you're good, Fiona. Yo, Fiona, you do what you gotta do, okay? Hey, Fiona, and also, if you ever need to talk about anything, you know my DMs are open. I have a feeling, though, I'm probably going to message you after the stream on Twitter, because I think I know what's bothering you so much, and I do want to make sure you're okay. Because honestly, I know it's something that bothers me too. And I wish it wasn't the case. I wish a lot of what happens to me in my channel that's been negative wasn't the case, but you know, you gotta go with the punches, you know. So, oh man. Meanwhile, popping. Yes. No worries. Sparky, you gotta stop overthinking every now and again. Because all it does is depress you. We just try to help. Good old speed Tetris. Man, I was gonna be flashy. It's the moment I get flashy, the moment everything just starts crumbling. Exactly. It is 100% true. Deck cameo. Plus, like, just, you know, bottling things up does not help. Exactly. That's why I have these streams. Because these sort of streams, when it comes to just talking about, you know, what's going on in the kit brain, you know, I've talked about this before, and I'll say it again. I don't have anybody really IRL other than a manager that I can really talk to. I can't talk about to family. I'll get made fun of. I don't have any, like, friends I hang out with after work or anything, other than, well, let's be a manager, because she's just dope. But, you know, I don't have, like, anybody. So I just have stream. And let me rephrase just to sound a little bit more clear. Like, I don't have anybody for the spring arrow. Well, okay, that's touche. I can't talk to Spring. I know Spring's been super busy, but like him and I have not really like talked IRL, really at all at this point. But yes, if in theory, if I talk to Spring IRL, then yes, Spring would then break that code. But legitimately, like, I don't really have anybody else, really anybody for that matter. And that's why I like these Tetris streams, because these Tetris streams just let me, one, play a game that I super enjoy, which is Tetris. And at the same time, damn it, that was close. Get sushi with him? At one point, yeah, but we've been both just super busy. I mean, that's why we have the venting chat, is because I try to help out as best as I can. But in peace in some way where you can share. Did you feel like you can judge it? True. I mean, I'll get judged regardless. I get judged regardless, and I don't care. But like, so I'd like to put this in perspective. The last time I legitimately talked to somebody, like legitimately talked to somebody, welcome back, Leak, face-to-face IRL about like something that was going on in my life was God, I'm remembering it. I don't want to remember it, so I'm probably tearing up a little bit. Compose yourself, Kit. Compose yourself. Jesus. I remember exactly what it is. Who's ready for more story time? The best. Are you kidding me? I've never really gone into detail about what happened, have I? Probably should. So let's go to story time with Kit. So I've been streaming for, you know, two and a half years, and I think I've only ever taken an extended break once. No, you're good. You're good. I just, you know, I like talking about like whatever's on my mind, and this is something that's on my mind that I feel like I should explain. Hey, it's up to you there. Up to you. So here's story time real quick. Way back when I used to work kind of as like a third-party insurance representative, and I made some really good friends, at least I thought I did, back then. And there was one person there who, albeit it was somebody who, yes, I'll admit, like I was crushing on, at the end of the day, they were probably who I considered my best friend, and even if they didn't reciprocate any like feelings at all, that was a little people don't like to tell me if they don't have feelings back for me, which pisses me off because it's just like, just tell me that you don't so we can move on with our lives. She never did. She just kind of let me on, but I didn't care because, you know, it's kind of an awkward thing. I understand. Anywho, but she was always somebody who could tell me, like, you know, be truthful to her, you know, let her know when, like, something's going on, that she'll always have my back. And, you know, it felt like for the first time in a while, there's finally somebody who, like, I can actually talk to about things and, like, be appreciated. And, you know, I can help return the favor. Based on the context, definitely was wrong. Because what ended up happening is, not only did I get told that I was a terrible human being for being protective, which I will admit, I was definitely overtly protective of this person because of how bad they had it. And that is an error on my part, I fully admit to that. But being called the worst type of person and being called, like, just a terrible friend sucked. So then we talked it out. I thought everything got smoothed over. And I remember this was back in, it's the infamous day of a day before my own birthday, where I almost got fired from my job, and I didn't know what was going on, so I left my job voluntarily, and I was trying to figure out, you know, why I was about to get fired, why things were turning out badly, and I was supposed to have lunch with another, who I thought was a good friend. She is, but I hear she still kind of sides with the person, this former best friend. But I was supposed to have lunch, and the infamous day, I go get lunch, and I see her making out with our old manager, who she said she had no feelings for, and she was in a loving relationship with already a guy that she was living with, that she wouldn't cheat on him. And there she was, cheating on him with our manager right in front of my face. And I remember that day I flew into a rage, and I tried talking to somebody, like, I think I was talking to a roommate about it, and he just shrugged me off to the point where I just realized how, like, fucking alone I was IRL. Because I just got shrugged off to the side. They're like, yeah, whatever. And it's like, yo, you got used again, whatever, kid. GG. You know, that's fine. It's like, well, it's not fine, but you know, found out that this person tried to get me fired from my job because I exist. And then turned pretty much all my friends against me. And then to this day, it's just been me doing my channel stuff, doing my usual thing. So, but the reason why I get choked up over it is because I felt like for the first time I actually did everything right in a friendship. Because I've had like really bad friendships in the past before. But for this friendship in particular, I thought I did everything right. I thought that I was doing everything smart, and I was actually being a good friend for once. Only for it to turn into my face, and me being told I'm the worst person alive. You know. That definitely, you know, stuck with me. And it's kind of progressed to like how I am today, where I stick to myself for the most part, and I, you know, do what I feel like is best for me at the end of the day.
But it is what it is, you know. You live and learn. Fuck. That was close. For anyone else that say goes true. Very, very true. Damn. I've been getting close all of these games today. I've been getting super, super close. Alright, we're gonna do one more, and then we're gonna go on a raid. Sorry if I'm bringing the mood down. It's just... That's something that I've, like, kind of... I've alluded to for a little more than a year. A little more than a year. Because I remember I punched a hole in the wall. Punched a hole in the wall in the house that I fixed up. Because I was so angry about it. And then the person I was talking to gave me the nickname, the real life incarnation of Wrath. We're so close to it. Zombies. Yep. Yet is correct, because he's playing the game that I'm about to play. I think he's playing the Switch version, so. But like thinking back on that day, this is probably you guys are probably gonna tell me this is a stupid thought, but this is something that I do legitimately think about every day. Wondering what I could have done to be better, what I could have done to be a better friend. Because the one thing that keeps ringing in my head is that I was a terrible friend. So, like, thinking back then, it's just like, okay, what could I have done back then to be a better friend to this person? Why, like, I guess another question then that always arose in my head is, you know, why was there something I should have realized at some point that would have told me, hey, this is how I could have been a better friend to this person? And it's a hard question to ask or, like, you know, answer. Because it's just like, no, like, you know, the normal answer would be like, no, of course, you can't be a better friend. You did the best that you could and they didn't like it. But at the same time, you know, I'm different now than I was, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago. You know, this was the friendship, for those who remember. I alluded to this during one stream semi-recently. It's the friendship where I had to essentially fake that was an innocent cinnamon roll the entire time. You know, I always go back in my head that if I didn't fake being the innocent cinnamon roll and showed that I was actually, you know, I actually understood the dirty jokes, I actually understood the, you know, what was being discussed, would that have changed it? You know? And even though, like, because of that, like, what all transpired, I still wonder, there's one person, it's on what he could have done better situation. Yeah, exactly. Like, what could I have done better? Exactly. But the other thing that I always, like, think about, too, is just, you know, well, there's a few things. Because one, there was the fact that, like, I acted like I was innocent. Just to appease the crowd of people, like, I had to be innocent. And there was one person in our group who the one I was not crushing on, just to make myself clear that I was not crushing on this person. You know, she admitted to the mutual friend who I went out to lunch with that had I understood the innuendos and everything, that it would have been a lot more fun to be around. And I was just like, I did, and I had to, like, act that I didn't. So it's like, and that's another thing, is that, like, out of all the friendships I lost because of that person and because of what all happened,
The one that I really miss was the person who was surprised that I knew all the innuendos that they were talking about. And that's something that, like, to this day, you know, I still hope that I could mend a bridge with that person. But one, her number has changed, obviously, because I did try texting the person, being like, hey, you know, want to talk, so on and so forth. But, you know, it's just it's an interesting thing to think about. Anywho, sorry, I know I'm bringing the mood down. I'm trying. I don't entirely mean to. It's only one of the few times I actually get a chance to speak what's on my mind. So. I'm dead. Fuck. Plugged in. Say light, we have to go through the amount of darkness. True, but for me, it's something that, unfortunately, that's just the tip of the iceberg for me. This will be the last thing I say. Didn't win any today, but we did get like top 10, top 20 all day today, so that's actually pretty good. What icon did we get, by the way? Yes, we played 999 times. I play this game a lot. And I still lose most of the time. Nah. One other fact about me is that I have gone through essentially a similar story of that story I just told at least once every 2 years since middle school. So I'm not like completely new to it, but it's definitely something that is, you know, you kind of just get used to. So, anywho, we're gonna go on a raid. We're gonna go do a if anyone's gonna get it, this is gonna be zombies. Zombie should understand what that means. He should totally understand what that means. I fully believe that he would understand. We're actually going to be playing Dead by Daylight as well later tonight, though, so be on the lookout for that. And then we also have Ninjala tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Also, thank you also to the members of the channel. Travis, Yoshimel, and a word of Super Sheeples, Supernova is our VIP, and Squidman, Sylvian Blogger, James Clark, Final Plays, Hunkrat, Adorable, Jose Monster, Phantom Con High, Zombies Gnome, and Cube. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel and being a member. Appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for watching. And thank you, Nintendo Nurse, as well, for raiding. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let us go raid the zombie. But have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, or evening. My name's Katathi, and I'll see you guys hopefully soon for some Dead by Daylight. See you guys later. Peace. Bye, everyone.